They said I had 72 hours to comply. Tear down my unauthorized ranch structures, remove my animals, and return the land to its proper visual conformity. Only problem? I don't live in their HOA. I never signed their rules. And the best part? I'm their landlord. I own the land their HOA clubhouse, pool, and tennis courts sit on. So I followed their deadline. Except instead of removing my barn, I sent them a legal notice that I was tripling their rent, effective immediately. The ranch, the land, and the lease. Let's go back. My grandfather purchased 60 acres of open pasture decades ago. As development crept in, he sold off certain parcels, but kept others, including the prime 6-acre slice where a new HOA wanted to build a community center. The deal? 99-year lease, low rent, strict non-interference clause, and zero HOA jurisdiction over the remaining ranch. Fast forward to today, I run the family ranch on 40 of those acres, but the HOA, Oak Hollow Preserve, thinks they own more than they do. The 72-hour notice. It started with letters. Remove visible livestock from bordering areas. Ranch perimeter fencing must match HOA wood stain. Unauthorized agricultural activity within visual boundary limits. I ignored them. Then came the certified letter. You are hereby given 72 hours to dismantle all non-approved structures visible from Oak Hollow common areas. Failure to comply will result in legal action. I laughed, then called my lawyer, then called a surveyor. The best part? I own their foundation. Turns out their clubhouse sits on the exact parcel my family never sold, just leased. And the lease? Renewable annually, contains no cap on rate increases, and grants me full right to revalue based on interference, disrespect, or community hostility. And guess what? Their letter qualified. So on day 3 of their 72-hour deadline, I delivered a letter of my own. Notice of lease adjustment. Annual rent increased 300%, due immediately or property will be reclaimed. HOA's meltdown begins. The board president, let's call her Linda, stormed up my drive in a golf cart. You can't just change the rent like that. Actually, I can. Paragraph 12, subsection C of your lease. You mailed me a threat. That triggered the clause. You're bluffing. Tell your attorney that when you're paying me $11,000 a month. She turned beet red. You wouldn't dare kick us off the land. Try me. I've already spoken to the county. Eviction papers are ready. The fallout. Rent tripled, HOA crippled. Within a week, the HOA scrambled to hold an emergency vote. Residents found out the board had picked a fight with their own landlord. The president was voted out, my new lease agreement was signed, notarized, and paid up front. I used the first rent check to repaint the barn a bright fire truck red. Hang a massive wooden sign facing their clubhouse. Welcome to the ranch, raised by cattle, humbled by Karen. Final thoughts. They gave me 72 hours to bow down. They forgot I was the one holding the lease and the land beneath their feet. Some people build fences. Others own the dirt the fences stand on. And when you try to bully a rancher, you don't just lose face. You lose your footing and pay rent for the privilege.